What's going on, everybody? Andrew Presnell here. I just wanted to do a kind of end of the season in the bag video. It is a couple days before I head out to USDGC, and so we have USDGC and the DGPT finale here in a couple weeks. And a little bit of my bag has changed. Just wanted to show you what I'm going to be throwing for those tournaments and a couple small tournaments to finish out my season. Before I get into that, just wanted to announce I have a couple Prez discs. If you want to support me in my tour, hit me up on Instagram at Prez017. Send me a message. I have all kinds of different molds and different styles of plastic, and they all have my my logo on them. So if you want to support me, hit me up there. So let's jump into maybe the biggest change in my bag recently. I'm putting with the Champ now. This is the Ken Climo putter that Discraft made for Ken. And really like the plastic. I like the way it's popping out of my hand. I feel like I've been putting a little bit better since I switched to these. It's been probably right around a month since I've started putting these, and I like how it's going so far, so I'm gonna stick with it. Now my throwing putters. I still have my two focuses, my really understable one. This has been in my bag since joining Discraft. Very, very understable. And then I have my kind of neutral flying Jawbreaker focus. This is pretty angle sensitive. If I throw it on Anheuser, it likes to hold. Throw it on Heiser, it'll act overstable. So just a good neutral flying putter. And then this disc is only in my bag for one purpose only, and that is to make the island at USDGC. I do not bag this disc for any other tournament. I do not throw this disc on any other hole. It is to make the island hole 17 at USDGC. So I've been doing that for the last 5 or 6 years. It has been this disc, and let's cross my fingers, hope I make that island here in a couple days. Then I bagged 3 zones. I have this ESP zone. It's my little straighter zone of the 3. Like baby flex shots, or if I full power this zone, it'll just kind of go nice and straight for the most part. And then I have my overstable zone. This is just a ESP zone with the cool 50/50 stamp. And then my go-to for approaches, swirly soft zone. Just has that zone overstability without the skip, just because it's so grippy and flexible. So let's move on to the mid-ranges. Brand new to my bag is this Buzz SS. Now I've been bagging Buzz SS's for years, but I lost my one out of my bag, and this is new to my bag as of yesterday. And then we have my old trusty crystal blue drone. This is kind of taking the place of a Buzz in my bag. I do not bag a Buzz because this thing just kind of acts like a Buzz. Likes to hold turnover. If I throw it really hard and flat, it's going to get a little drift to the right. But love this disc. Still a go-to after all these years. And then I have this ESP drone. Kind of a step up in stability from the last one. I won't say this one turns, but it kind of drifts to the right before fading out. And really like this disc. It's very dependable. I just throw it kind of flat and know it's going to finish straight. And we have a green Big Z drone. This is kind of a standard drone when you think of a drone. It's a little overstable. It is beating up to kind of getting a little straight, so I'm all about that because I like drones that are beat up and fly nice and straight. And then the last mid-range in my bag, we have this year's Tour Series Z-Swirl Swarm, and just extremely overstable. I don't throw it a lot on tour, but a lot of the smaller tournaments that I play where you have those 250, 275 foot hooking shots, I throw this disc a lot. Now let's look at fairways. I bagged 2 Athenas. My kind of straight to a little bit turn slot is this Athena, one of my Prez 24 just Z Athenas. And then a nice overstable Athena is this prototype. And yeah, I love how dependable this one is. Okay, I have 2 roller discs. I have this incredibly understable Avenger SS. Throw this thing on that much Heiser and it'll flip all the way around and get to a nice roller angle. kind of a utility disc. Don't throw it for air shots. It is strictly my roller disc. And then this is my little bit longer range roller disc, just because it's not quite as understable. But I will also kind of throw like little touch forehands with this Avenger SS if I'm in the woods and kind of need something to hold a high turning forehand shot. And then this is also new to my bag as of yesterday. I have this older, it's from 2020, but this Ledgestone Crystal Sparkle Raptor. This thing is just kind of nice and straight when I throw it hard. Raptor finish, very consistent. And then I have Captain's Raptor. Love how this one just kind of glimmers in the light. Very cool color. Captain Raptor, especially the first run, is a go-to for me. And then my last fairway is an Onyx, and I bagged 3 of them. This thing is money right now. I throw this disc very, very well in the woods. I kind of throw it on a little hyzer, and it just gets that nice late turning drift to the right, which is hard to do for like a 10-speed disc. And so this is a go-to. And then also new to my bag as of yesterday is this another prototype Onyx. I've thrown this one before, but I lost what was in this disc slot, so replaced it with this. It's just kind of straight, little turn, little fade, good flying Onyx. Then I have a this is a 1060 run of Onyx, but it's got my cool Rams stamp from Black Ink disc. This is just kind of nice and straight and finishes pretty hard. It's very overstable for an Onyx. Lastly, let's check out the distance drivers. So we'll start with the forces. I have 5. My very flippy force, this is basically a thrasher, kind of a go-to forehand disc for me, and get a lot of distance with it. And when I say a lot, I mean like 325. Next step up in stability, we have this Jawbreaker force, ESP, very domey, pop top, and get a little turn out of that one. And then this one's been kind of money for me this year, is this kind of older Z pink force. Pop top, domey, goes very far. It might be the farthest flying disc in my bag when I hit it right. Very good run of force. Then from that one, we have just kind of a very consistent, this run of force. This is an ESP Ledgestone from 2022. Just nice, consistent force. And the most overstable force I have is this older red one, very domey, very pop-toppy, just incredibly overstable. I can only get it like 375 feet, but it's dependable. And then I have Nukes. I have 3 Nukes in the bag. This is my flippiest Nuke. Get a little bit of pop up and turn out of it. This is my farthest flying disc in my bag when I hit it, and it's probably the most consistent furthest flying disc in my bag. Yeah, this Nuke. And then the next step up in stability, we have another ESP Nuke. Just kind of gets a little turn, but a lot more fade than the previous Nuke. Then I have one of these red Nukes with the white stamp. You see a lot of guys on tour bagging this run because it's high speed, it's fast, it's consistent, just very, very reliable. You know what it's going to do. I throw this one a lot. This is one of my most thrown discs in the bag. And the last disc, actually the last mold in my bag, we have the Nuke OS. This is a lightweight one. It's 160 grams. Very dependable. I can throw it as hard as I want, nice and flat, and it's not going to turn. It's going to go straight and fade. So it's kind of nice having a lighter weight disc. I can get a little more miles per hour, knowing it's still that consistent. And the last disc in my bag, this old fly-dye Nuke OS, incredibly overstable. Like throwing it for flex shots, little touch flex shots with the forehand. Yeah, just kind of a utility disc. So that's what I'm bagging here to end my 2025 season. A couple more events, and then we're on to the next season. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, if you want a disc, hit me up on Instagram. Thanks for watching my In the Bag video, and I'll see you guys out on tour. Thank you.